The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Smitty, or Walter Smith, and I am the host of Smitty's Corner. And I love that song, Everyday People. It really fires me up because I just believe in people. And today I have a wonderful guest on the show. Her name is Carmen Carmouche. Did I get that right?
You got that right.
Okay, glad to do that. Interestingly, I met Carmen maybe about a month ago now, a month and a half, time flies, at a Cosmetology Associated meeting. And she had this wonderful smile, and we just talked, and next thing I know, I have a guest on my show. So I really appreciate you coming aboard. So let's give a round of applause for Carmen Carmouche. Tanya Carmouche.
Tanya.
Got it straight. All right. Okay, so Tanya, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You're a local person, I understand?
I am a local person.
Okay.
Raised in Linwood, California.
Okay.
A California girl.
All right.
Been here my whole life.
All right. And you went to Linwood High School? Or?
I went to Linwood High School.
Okay. And you went to Ashford, or you studied at Ashford University?
I studied at Ashford, did my undergrad at Cerritos.
Okay.
Cerritos College.
Yeah. Now, Ashford is an online university?
Online university.
Yeah. How did that work for you? You were very comfortable with it, or?
Yeah, really comfortable with it. It takes a lot of structure and discipline.
Okay.
Because whereas when you have the classroom setting, you know people are expecting you to show up.
Yes. Online,
who's going to see you if you miss it?
That's right.
So you have to be very disciplined to actually show up and keep up with the assignments.
Okay. So that's part of your quality, that one of your outstanding qualities. You're a very disciplined person, I guess.
Discipline.
Okay. Now, I didn't say it, but she's actually a CEO of a company. And tell us a little bit about your company and what's the name of it?
TCPR, Tanya Carmouche Public Relations.
Okay.
Started off with a good friend of mine who went to high school with, Linwood High School.
Okay.
Joaquin Hawkins, who went to the NBA.
Yeah, I remember that name very well. He played at Long Beach State for a while.
Cal State Long Beach, graduated from there.
Okay.
From there, played overseas for a while.
Okay.
He played with the Houston Rockets and suffered a stroke, unfortunately.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
And from there, we just wanted to get his story out there and let the world know that, be aware of stroke awareness.
Yes.
And also encouraging inner city children who think that dreams don't come true. They can indeed come true.
Okay. Now, speaking of dreams coming true, part of what this program is about, we never know who's viewing it or who's listening. And so there may be a soul, a person, that whatever you say might touch their heart. And so tell me, as a youth growing up, did you imagine yourself being the CEO of a company and being a publicist, or how did that all come about?
I did not.
Okay.
I knew my dream growing up was to have a Rolodex.
Okay.
The type of Rolodex that you just flip through pages, and I wanted to be the go-to person for people who were looking for some type of service.
Yes.
And I wanted people to come to me, and I point them to that person that they're looking for.
All right.
I believe in people, and I believe in helping people shine.
Yes.
So I knew that I wanted to help people shine and achieve their dreams. I just didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So in school, I studied healthcare.
Oh, healthcare, okay.
And then with Joaquin and his situation came up, I knew that we had to get his story out and let people know that he is okay and what he's doing now, which is still coaching and hosting basketball camps.
Okay.
And I figured, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
This was it.
All right. So when you say a publicist, and you probably shared some already, but exactly what is the role of a publicist?
The role of a publicist is to keep people relevant in the public's eye.
Yes.
So it has a lot to do with relationships with media, other publicists, event coordinators.
Yes.
And basically just taking a project or a person or a brand and putting it in the forefront so that every household knows what it is and what they're doing.
Okay. Now, my background is marketing. Did you study any marketing, getting involved in that, or you just have a feel for how does that work in terms of being on top of the various things that you just discussed?
Luckily, now with the internet, it is very helpful.
That's true.
So no, I didn't study marketing.
Yes.
But with the internet, I can easily keep up with the trends and keep up with what's going on.
Okay.
And it's just self-taught for me.
Okay, wonderful. So qualifications for entering into the field of public relations, taking it from the angle that you approached it, a person that may be viewing this show, what steps would they take to try and get involved? Or how would they set themselves up?
A lot of corporations, bigger companies, larger companies rather, require a degree in communications or journalism.
Yes.
They even have degrees in public relations now.
Right.
So if you're looking to go for a big firm, then I would recommend going to school, getting a degree, getting a certificate in that. For myself, I find that being a publicist is more so a gift.
Okay.
You have to be a people person.
Right.
You have to love people. You have to want to see people to succeed. It's a very selfless role.
Okay.
And so that is something that cannot be taught.
Right.
You just either have it or you don't.
Okay.
You know, you have to be okay with being in the background.
Yes.
You have to be okay with letting other people shine.
Yes.
And get all the glory, if you will.
Yeah. And you just do all the work behind the scenes.
You do all the work behind the scenes.
Some folks would call that the dirty work.
The dirty work.
Okay. So I'm not wrong for saying that, then?
No.
Okay. Yeah. How rewarding is it for you to be involved in I'm going to use the expression dirty work. We won't say it again, but doing behind the scenes work?
It is very rewarding.
Yes.
Because again, like I said, I like to see people succeed.
Yes.
I'm happy when people are happy.
Okay.
And if they are working on a project and I see them working on it for years or months or however long it takes, and to see that it comes to fruition, and I'm able to help share it with the world, that's very fulfilling.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm a parallel with myself now. I have a line of hair products, and working with the chemists, viewing trends in the industry is very rewarding when you put together a product and then get it to the marketplace and it's accepted. So a little glory, I hate to use the word glory, but a little rewarding experience comes from doing just that. So I guess that's what you're talking about right there.
It is. So it feels great when you see someone, you give them your product, and then you see them a couple of months later and their hair is beautiful, and that's because of something you've done. I just experienced that over the weekend. I gave a very close friend some products, and the next day I saw her, she told me she was getting ready to wash her hair and shampoo her hair, and the next day when I saw her hair, it was beautiful, and she was just raving about it. So yes, I had that experience. Right. You see their confidence raise, and it just makes you feel good. Yes. Now, the entertainment industry can be a very tricky industry. Am I okay? Good. I'm safe in saying that also. Yes. Yeah. So you got to have you got a nice warm smile and got kind of a baby face and all that. So you're pretty tough though behind the scenes there or something, or is that not a necessary quality? No, you have to be tough. Okay. You have to be tough. All right. What's the slogan? Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Okay. So yeah, I'll walk in nice, but I know how to be a mother tiger when I need to be. Okay, good. Yeah. So I know that you handle the group Troop, and you just before we came on the air, you mentioned Jazz. Jazz. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about them. Okay. If it's okay. Absolutely. Yeah, and how did you meet the groups, and how does that get started, the relationship, and where has it been, and where are you headed with the relationship? And we got to stretch this over the show time period. So if I revisit some of the things we talked about, we'll just speak from a different angle. But how did you come about getting your clients? Getting my clients, again, it all starts with Joaquin. Joaquin is my cornerstone. Okay. Hawk. Yes. And being a friend, he came to me, and we were doing a celebrity basketball camp at the Staples Center. Okay. And just came to me for help. Yes. And we just took off, and his story is so great. It had to go larger than one celebrity basketball game. Okay. And so just pushing to go, and he's written a book, The Stroke of Grace. Okay. And just letting people know about that. And in doing that, I met other people. Yes. So with Jazz, I met him because of the Empower Me Tour, the NAACP Empower Me Tour. Okay. Which Kenny Lattimore at the time was the host. Yes. And they were looking for a guest speaker. Okay. And so I pitched Joaquin to do it, and they chose him. And at the time, Kenny was working with a lady named Antina Campbell, who happens to be Jazz's manager. Okay. And working with her and Hawk after that whole deal was over, she said, hey, I have a client that sings. At the time, she was in the group Gifted Nations.
Okay.
And we started working together from there. And we've been together ever since. It's been, I think, 4 years.
Okay.
Working together with her. She's a solo artist now, and she's doing extremely well.
Wonderful. Yeah. So is it difficult maintaining clients, or I imagine now with actual managers of groups, from what I've seen, there's a lot of babysitting that has to take place. Does that fall into your area of expertise too, in terms of your artists having to cater to them and pamper them and all that, or that's not what it's really about? I'm just asking, trying to understand.
All right. Not so much.
Okay.
I've been fortunate and blessed to have artists who have either excellent managers,
yes,
or they're just mature enough to handle themselves,
right,
in the sense that I don't have to babysit.
Okay.
So, no, we're great.
Okay. Back in August of last year on Unsung, they aired a series on Troop.
Yes.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed watching that, because I also wondered what happened to them, because they were putting out hit after hit, mm-hmm, and beautiful voices, yes, excellent harmony. And, it was quite interesting to see what actually happened according to the unsung version of what happened. And, the guys broke up. One went to go on his own. Russell, I guess, is the lead singer.
Yeah, Stephen Russell Hart.
Yeah. But I hear now they're back in the studio and putting together a new release.
They are. They're back in the studio working on a new project called The Return.
Okay.
So that should be coming up really soon.
Wow.
And while they're working on that right now, and actually Stephen has a solo project out called The Wedding Singer.
Okay.
Every song is beautiful.
Wow.
If you don't have it, you definitely need that.
Okay.
You need that CD.
Yeah.
And then John, which is another member,
yes,
has a single out, Never Too Much,
okay,
his rendition of Luther Vandross.
Wow.
Never Too Much. So
okay,
they have solo projects.
Okay, they were more romanticists with their music.
Right.
For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
But they're going to surprise you. They have some new stuff coming out that's really good.
Yeah, as was highlighted in the Unsung video, they also were choreographers, and they were known for their dancing.
Yes.
Yeah, so I imagine now they're two-stepping, though. They've gotten up in age a little bit.
No.
Oh, yeah?
No,
really?
No. Okay. They are still doing
they put on the show.
They do.
Okay.
They put on a show for you.
Yeah. Now, what about the artist you were telling me, Jazz? You mentioned a little bit about him. So what type of singing does he do?
Jazz is a girl.
Okay, girls. Okay. I get that straight.
R&B, pop.
Okay.
Right now she's paying her dues.
Okay.
And so she's performing all over. She's performing Sunday, this upcoming Sunday at Whiskey Go-Go.
Yes.
Whiskey Go-Go.
Okay, that place is still going. Huh?
Right, yeah. She just did the College Expo and
okay,
various venues around throughout California, pretty much.
Right.
Paying her dues.
Okay. Now, I asked you off air, you participate in events like the BET Award show?
BET Awards, sorry.
Yes.
We did. Last June.
Okay.
They had the 90s throwback.
Yeah.
Where Troop came, and it was a surprise performance.
Okay.
And a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think I recall seeing that too. Yeah. So besides that, now you were at the Cosmetology Association, and I've asked you a couple of times already. I'm still trying to understand, what were you doing there? You're in a whole other field, and you're not a hairstylist.
Right.
So what were you doing there? What was your relationship with that event?
Well, as a publicist, you have to think outside the box.
Okay.
And again, it's all about relationships.
Yes.
And another one of my clients, I feel like I'm just plugging in everyone. But
yeah, that's what this show is all about. Yeah.
Hairnamics is a hair vitamin.
Okay.
And no, I'm not in the hair industry.
All right.
However, I do use the product.
Okay.
And I know the product works well. So for me to build relationships with hair companies,
yes,
why not go to the hair convention?
Okay.
Or the class, the seminars.
Yes. Yeah, did you enjoy that session there?
I did.
It was interesting.
It was very interesting. I learned a lot. And
yeah. Were you there for the gentleman that came on, sort of last name, Nico?
Nico.
Yeah, his story was quite interesting.
It was. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I knew him as Halle Berry's stylist and a few other celebrities.
Okay.
But I didn't know his story, the gang.
Yeah, gang activity and all that. Yeah, and that was really remarkable how the lady that was trying to help him turns out to be the wife of the district attorney.
See?
Yeah, and he got things reversed in a positive way for him. Yeah, quite a story. We, in the hair business, just love to be on top of fashions, trends, And at that particular show, it was quite interesting to watch a young lady work with the hair color, talking about how she relaxed her hair and do color all in one setting. Now, I asked you about your hair. It's nice and long, and you told me you do your own hair yet. Have you been doing that for a while, or?
Every now and then I treat myself. So I have someone, Rosalind, another shout out, who does my hair. But for the most part, it's myself.
Okay, yeah. And I was asking you also, trying to parallel, in my business, we have to pay attention to trends. What about in your industry? Are trends important to you, or to help your artists or your clients? Or how does that work for you?
More so their manager, pay attention to the trends.
Okay.
And my focus is watching where we fit in.
Okay.
At.
Okay.
You know, so if I see a certain trend going this way, then I know to look the other way.
Right. So. I got you. Okay. And so you have relationships with managers all over the place and trying to build relationships all the time.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you kind of let on that you had a daughter that's kind of breaking into the business a little bit, and she told you to make sure you don't embarrass her.
Yeah,
so
make sure.
You have a few things you want to share about your daughter as it relates to the business there? Or?
Well, you know what? She sort of got pulled in.
Okay.
When I had 2 clients or something where I just needed help.
Right.
You know, she was there to assist me, but her goal is the medical field.
Okay.
So she's nursing.
Oh, wonderful.
But being young, she's great with social media.
Yeah.
So she was my Twitter girl, my Facebook girl.
Yeah, that's important nowadays, isn't it?
You're right, it's important.
Yeah, very important. I saw Amber Rose and Khloe Kardashian. going at each other.
Right.
So I try and keep up with current events, but I basically use those social media outlets to promote my business.
Right, and that's great. That's your stage. I tell my clients all the time, social media is your new stage. This is your new platform.
Yeah.
You know, you post a video, a 1-minute video.
Yes.
And you have 65,000 followers.
Right.
Just sitting in your home.
Yes.
You've hit 60,000 people, and then if they share it.
Yeah.
You know, imagine.
Exactly. Some mornings I might tweet 10 people, and that could be 30, 40,000 people that eventually it will spread out to.
Right.
You can't beat that.
Right. So, you know, I keep my clients away from the going back and forth and arguing on social media.
Okay.
But that's your platform. That's your new stage.
Yes. Yeah. Instagram is another one.
Instagram. Yes.
Okay. See, the old guys are on top of a few things there.
See. Yeah.
So, in terms of back to as a publicist, what kind of plans do you have for the future with your business? You plan to take it to Broadway or mainstream? Are you already mainstream? And excuse me if I got that part wrong.
No.
Yeah.
I do have a client who's in Texas.
Okay.
But for me, I would love to have a firm in New York.
Okay.
I'd love to have a firm in Atlanta.
All right.
But in the meantime, I want to take over California. I want to maximize here.
I got you. Yeah, that's a great goal. Yeah, and then ultimately, that's really a goal to have.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of traveling?
I do travel. As a publicist, you have to prepare and be ready to travel.
Yes.
Not as much as I would like to.
Okay.
Clients, but I do travel.
Okay. So when you did that, are you saying that your clients can summon you to come where they are or something to that effect? Or
They can.
Okay. Good. So I don't know where we are with our time, but I'm going to see if our engineer can do a commercial break for us. I have a feel that we're close to that, so we're going to give some opportunity for our sponsors to come in.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy with vitamins and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
Okay, we're going to come back now. I have a special guest here with me, Tanya Carmouche. Okay, got that right?
Got that right.
Okay, wonderful. And we've had a very interesting discussion about her company. She's a publicist, but she does more than serve as a publicist. In talking to her, I understand you're in the insurance business.
In the insurance business.
Okay.
Yes.
How long have you been in that business, and what do you do? What type of insurance do you sell?
I don't really sell.
Okay.
What I do is give free financial analysis to people who either have retirement plan, life insurance, IRAs, or whatever, what have you.
Yes.
And we'll go over it. Okay. And I make sure that they're getting the best for what they are paying for.
Yes.
I find a way to lower their costs, but increase their return.
Right.
And a lot of times people purchase insurance through their job or just because someone said you should have it, not knowing what it is that they've purchased.
Right.
So for myself, I went to a seminar, like a women's convention, and they told me, you have to have life insurance. And I paid for years, thinking I had some type of insurance.
Right.
And come to find out it was a term policy, meaning that it termed a couple of years prior, but I was still paying my monthly premium, and no one told me.
And that's something.
So if something would have happened to me, it just wouldn't have been anything. And I just found that unfair.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen to anyone else.
Okay.
So.
Now, how do you build your clients with that service that you offer?
Word of mouth.
Yes.
Word of mouth. Just letting people know how important it is to have insurance.
Right.
How important it is to have a retirement plan.
Right.
You know, for years I thought, well, I'm not old enough for a retirement plan, and I put it off.
Yes.
And then looked in the mirror one day, and it's like, wow, I'm in my 40s. I'm my mother's age. Wait a minute. So you have to have a plan.
Yes.
And with anything, you have to have a plan to, see your future.
Yes.
And see where you want to be.
Right.
And I'll just help you set that up. And a lot of people say, well, I can't afford it. I'll do it later. No, you can't afford not to.
Yes.
So many things happen tragically would really put me back into it. Right. And you ask how long I've been doing it. Yes. I've been doing it for 2 years.
Okay.
However, I took a step back away from it so that I can focus on PR.
Okay.
But in November, unfortunately, I had a cousin who was the guy. He was a man's man and, the best of everything.
Right.
Cars, shoes. He was just,
the
guy.
From his standpoint, yes.
But no life insurance. And unfortunately, he had a sickle cell crisis, and he passed away.
Oh, boy.
And so the family scrambling, doing a GoFundMe, and that was not his character. That is not
the way he would have wanted to go out, as it were.
It was pretty much like we just, for lack of a better term, threw something together with what we had.
Right.
And a lot of the pressure, or all of the pressure, pretty much fell on his son.
Oh, boy.
And, young boy. He's 20 years old, and had to deal with this. All because his father did not set aside $40 a month to prepare for such a day.
Right.
And it was, unexpected. So never want anyone to go through that again. So since that, since November, I've been hitting the pavement, letting people know you have to have this. You have to think about the future of yourself and your loved ones.
Yes. Yeah, I had booked a couple of folks to come on this show, one from Prime America, and then another was a certified financial analyst, I guess you would call. And interesting, both female. And so it seems like something that you women are gravitating to in that area there. I had a term policy at one time, and I just recently secured another policy for myself. And listening to the pitch there, she used the expression, just put $40 a month away too, and I thought it was interesting that you made that number figure.
Right.
It's like, is that a code or something in the industry, or you're just trying to help someone appreciate just with a little you can?
Right. Save a lot. You're already devastated.
Yes.
Because of the loss.
Right.
But you can lessen the heartache.
Yes.
But take a little bit of the burden off. And if it doesn't have to be that drastic, let's say you don't have to pass away. You have to retire.
Yes.
Who wants to work forever? I don't. I was ready to retire yesterday. So, you have to save.
Yes.
And look forward to the lifestyle that you want to live and prepare for it.
Yes.
And, Social Security is not I'm not looking forward to Social Security, so I know I have to do something different.
I understand. You know, while I'm thinking about it, Chris, I want you to pull Tanya's picture up and her logo up. Did we secure that already? Okay, just so that that'll be included in the taping there. And I just, truly understand what you're saying and greatly appreciate it. It's nothing worse than to have a set of circumstances like that come upon you, and then you have to scramble to try and pull it off. One thing about it, though, our Heavenly Father takes care of us, and somehow we always seem to get it done. But like you said, it would be less burdensome if we would plan ahead.
Right.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Right. So for myself and those that are listening, let's say that a person, you're just starting out with them. How would you handle I know each situation would vary, but let's say you just met a person off the street and they found out what you do. What steps would you take in getting them started?
As far as, are we talking PR or are we talking insurance?
No, I'm back with the insurance right now. Yeah.
With insurance, I would invite them to come in for a free financial analysis. In fact, this Friday, we're doing free analysis from 6 to 9 in the city of Lawndale.
Right.
I can give my number. Anyone wants to call me, we can set up some time.
Okay.
And just come in and look at what they have or what they want.
Okay.
And see what best suits them.
All right. Now, are you associated with a particular company or?
World Financial Group, I am.
Okay. What's the name of the company?
World Financial, WFG.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
They've been around for a good while.
Okay.
Great reputation. I love the company.
Okay.
Christian company. And
yeah.
It's just a really great company. Also, if you're looking for a way to earn extra income.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for the money, but it's a great supplement for extra income.
Recruiting.
Well, when you say recruiting, you think pyramid type deal. So no.
I was waiting for you to come with another approach to that.
Right.
So let me hear, what is it? You don't recruit. What do you do?
I call it just educating people.
Oh, okay.
Just educating people and finding people who care about people as much as I do and wanting to help families.
Okay.
And if the benefit is a nice check, then so be it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I often wonder how do folks feel about, getting into people's financial things. Is that an easy thing for you to do, or how do you handle them? Most folks are private when it comes to their, they don't want to know, for example, I don't have any health insurance, or I don't have any life insurance, or I haven't been able to save. Is that a delicate conversation for you, or you just get right to the nuts and bolts and point out to them what they need done? Or
it's delicate. You have to be respectful of people and try to help them see that there is a way. Right. I've been a single mother for over 21 years.
Okay.
And so my mindset was, I can't afford this. I have daycare, I have this, I have that.
Right.
You can. Okay. You can. If you can afford Starbucks and you can afford, trips to the movies, twice on a weekend, then you can afford to prepare for your future.
Right.
And not only your future, your family's future.
Yes.
So, sensitive people have their lifestyles that they're set into, but you help them see the importance of.
Okay.
And hopefully catch them before something devastating happens.
Yes. Back in November of last year, I did a function up front here, and I had about 30 stylists here. And I also had several of the local manufacturers. And after we had the luncheon and general discussion with the hairstylists, we actually came in the studio here. When I say we, the manufacturers that I was associated with. And that was one of the areas where we felt concerned for our hairstylists, that, a lot of them are self-employed, and, they're not covered in those areas there. But something I noticed at that CCA association, I actually joined the association, and they have benefits there available to them to do some of those things that we're talking about. But as you know, it wasn't that many hairstylists, let's say older ones. There was a lot of young folks there. So maybe one day, too, when I do another function, I'll invite you there and have you speak to them. Yeah, great. Now, let me go back to the publicists just a little bit. The group troop itself, your interaction with them, how is that? And what I mean by that is it real personal? You're like, Tanya, we know you, that's this, or is it business, or how does that flow, if I might ask?
I wear two hats with them.
Okay.
So I've known Troop for a long time.
Okay.
Since the 80s.
Yes.
And so they're my brothers.
Okay.
I love them. They're family.
Yes.
So there's a part of me where, the silly, they get to see Tanya.
Okay.
Yeah.
You let your guards down a little bit.
Let my guards down.
Yes.
But when it's time to work,
yes,
I'm a different beast.
Okay.
They know it's time to work.
Okay, go in beast mode. Huh?
Go in beast mode.
All right.
It's time to work. It's time to get it done.
Yeah.
Put your best face forward. Do what you have to do, and we can have fun again later.
Right. Yeah, and that's good. And it's good to have a person like that representing you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what are some of the other areas in terms of like hobbies and so forth, or do you have any hobbies that you? Being in the entertainment field, do you sing?
No.
No? Play any instruments?
No.
No?
No.
You didn't learn the piano when you were a little child?
No.
Violin?
No. Actually, my younger sister, she took piano lessons.
Okay.
And I just wanted to play the piano. I wanted God to, one day just give me the gift to sit down and play.
Yes.
I didn't want to learn to play it. I just wanted to play it.
I understand.
I didn't get that gift. So, no.
Okay.
But hobbies, I love sports, baseball. Baseball season's getting ready to come back.
And now, how did that come about? That you like baseball?
I played softball. I don't quite remember how I got involved into it. I don't know if it was just friends at school who wanted to do it, but literally.
Okay.
So I played softball.
All right.
From like the age of 9 up to like 15.
Okay, I can understand why you have a love for baseball. It's a great game. I played myself in the Little League back in the day.
Love the sport.
Okay. What position did you play?
Shortstop.
Shortstop. Okay.
Shortstop.
All right.
And just love the sport. Love to hit the crack of the bat.
Yeah.
When it hits basketball. So.
Okay.
Watch sports, plays.
Okay.
Reading. That's my favorite pastime.
Okay.
Reading books.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah. Well, I certainly can appreciate the fact that you're diverse then.
Yes.
Yeah, in your love for different things. Yeah. And in terms of being a people person, was that a quality that your parents instilled in you or something that you acquired on your own? You mentioned how that's important in order to, you're concerned for people and to help better them in terms of your publicist position. You want to make them shine, you use that expression. And then with the insurance, you just want to make sure that they're protected and covered. So where did that quality come from of wanting to help people?
I believe I was born with it.
Okay.
I was just born with it.
Yeah.
And then my grandfather reinforced it by always saying, it doesn't hurt to speak to people.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to smile.
Right.
And so growing up with that mentality of speak to everyone.
Yes.
Speak to the janitor, speak to the CEO, speak to everyone.
Yeah.
And just growing, caring for people, I was born with that.
Okay, yeah. And, it's kind of interesting. I'm the same way. I try to speak to everyone, be down to earth, as it were. Yeah, and for the most part, you're able to do that with people.
Right.
Yeah. So we talked about your future plans as a publicist, and you mentioned a little bit about what your goal is as an insurance person. Any other things that you care to share with us, or you pretty much have opened up to us and helped us all feel comfortable with Tanya Carmouche? Yes.
Anything. I'm a people's person.
Yes.
A lot of people tend to think that it's not okay to approach me just to speak.
Yes.
And it's like we're all human. We're people. So
right.
It's okay to say hi to me. I'm going to say hi back.
Yes.
I'm just a girl from Linwood.
Everyday people.
Everyday people.
Okay. Now, how are your companies set up? Are you set up as a LLC, a corporation, or? I know I threw you off guard there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't want to talk about that, that's fine too. Leave that alone. But I was just curious. My company is structured as a LLC, and I like that because you can maneuver somewhat like a corporation, but you don't have the obligations of a corporation. So just curious, thought I would ask that.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of next year, when you get ready to do the BET shows or anything similar to that, I'm going to hold on to your number there so I can say, you have any tickets? Do you get a lot of those requests?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of requests.
Yeah.
You get family members that you didn't know you had. Well, can I go?
Yeah.
And it's not. I've had the opportunity to take my niece with me on a couple of things, a couple of my nieces.
Yes.
And they think, oh, you were at the award show, you sing this, you did that. No, we get there and we're backstage.
Yeah, working hard.
When do we get to go out front? No, we're working. This is where we sit. We sit in the green room.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's where all the action is behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
you ever have any aspirations of being Hollywood yourself, though? I mean, I know you said
not so much.
Acting or anything like that?
Not so much.
Okay.
Not so much. I at the BET Awards, actually, troopers, they were doing something.
Yes.
So I walked out on stage, and the room is empty.
Yes.
But just looking at all them seats, I said, okay, now let me go back to the back where I belong, because I felt intimidated looking at all the empty seats.
Yes.
And so, no, I'm a behind-the-scene power pusher. I push you out front.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've had a wonderful time here with Tanya Carmouche.
Thank you.
I certainly appreciate you coming on. Now, I have a little gift for you. I'm going to pull this out. This is a standard bag here that I present to my stylist, and it's a brochure of the secret styling products here. And I'm going to give that to you.
Thank you.
And I've got a Shine Mist spray for you. Give you a nice gloss. I got a couple of shampoos, and I really want you to work with my deep penetrating reconstructor.
Okay.
So there's several other products here. So I really thank you for keeping your word, as I stated, and being a guest here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're certainly going to stay in touch with one another and future events.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to sign out then, and certainly want to thank RMC Studios here, Crystal Wells and Johnny Morris, and our engineer here, Chris Hodge.
Thank you,
And again,
Chris.
I'm Walter Smith, known as Smitty on the show here, or should I say Smitty when I do the Friday show. I'm getting kind of mixed up there, but every Friday we're at Just Sports with Sonny Wells, so I kind of carry a double role here in the studio here.
Nice.
But I really appreciate you coming aboard, and we can sign off now with the Everyday People and our commercials.
Thank you.
What's your style? Curly, straight, wavy, or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.